So, welcome back to another video on this channel, and once again we welcome a new Chelsea signing, Edouard Mendy, who has completed his move from Stade Rennais in Ligue 1 to Chelsea Football Club in the last few moments. Now this deal was pretty much one that we knew was going to happen for the last week or so. I mean, a lot of the main outlets on social media, of course, were tipping this deal to go ahead in the next few days, and yes, it has finally been confirmed as a done deal in the transfer window for Chelsea, our 8th first team signing of the summer. And yeah, obviously the goalkeeper position was one of the main positions which was rumoured to be Frank Lampard's preferred choice for a new signing, because of course our current goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, as a matter of fact our record signing £72 million he cost from Athletic Bilbao in 2018. Although I thought he was very good in his first season under Maurizio Sarri in the 2018-19 campaign, he was absolutely awful last season if I'm being perfectly honest. He had an absolute nightmare season for Chelsea between the sticks, and yeah, I think it was an upgrade that was very much needed, and whether Mendy is actually an upgrade on Kepa we will wait to see, of course. But I think even if he's not an upgrade, he definitely needed some competition, did Kepa Arrizabalaga, so I think it's a very good signing in terms of overall competition for Chelsea going forward. And yeah, the fee is believed to be around €25 million. Now whether of course add-ons are included in that we will wait and see. Of course I don't know at this moment in time, but I think it's a very risk-free transfer from Chelsea, because of course if Mendy turns out to be a good keeper and turns out to be, you know, the #1 keeper for us going forward, then obviously that's a great piece of business by Chelsea. But if not, I think it's risk-free purely because I think that if he's not up to the level that Chelsea want, I think that we'll probably have him as #2 goalkeeper next season. We'll probably loan out or sell Kepa next summer and bring in someone like Jan Oblak or even another world-class keeper, and Mendy would probably be the #2. So yeah, I think it's a very good signing, a very smart signing from Chelsea's point of view, not only at board level and financially, but also in terms of the overall squad as well, because Mendy is a goalkeeper that pretty much has everything that Kepa Arrizabalaga lacks in terms of height, you know, command ability in the box. So yeah, as you can see on your screen, I've compared him to Kepa Arrizabalaga overall in terms of his physical ability. Now obviously he's 28 years of age, so of course he's just entering his prime if he's not already in his prime already, of course. Now the main aspect to take from this graphic, in my opinion, is that the fact that he's 6'6". I mean, that's absolutely ginormous. I mean, for a goalkeeper you do kind of expect him to be quite tall, but Kepa Arrizabalaga, as you can see, is only 6'1", so that's a 5-inch upgrade from Mendy on Kepa. And we've all seen that picture now as well of Mendy just jumping in the air to try and catch a ball, and he looks like an absolute warrior in the air. So yeah, hopefully that's something he'll be able to bring to Chelsea in the defence line. And here's a quite interesting stat I've taken from this graphic as well. He's played 24 games in the 19-20 campaign in Ligue 1 for Rennes, and in those 24 appearances he's only conceded 19 goals, which is fairly impressive for a team like Rennes, who aren't really one of the biggest teams in France. Also, he's kept 9 clean sheets and got a pretty impressive save percentage ratio of 78.4%. Now you compare that to Kepa Arrizabalaga stats from the 19-20 season. He's played 33 games between the sticks for Chelsea in the Premier League, and in those 33 Premier League games Kepa has conceded 47 goals, which is significantly more than what Mendy's conceded. And you know, obviously I'm not going to fully blame Kepa for that, because of course the back four that was in front of him didn't really cover themselves in a lot like last season either. He also kept 8 clean sheets, which is of course 1 less than Mendy, and a save percentage ratio of 54.5%, which of course is a lot less than what Edouard Mendy had last season. So if you're looking at it from a statistical point of view, I think Edouard Mendy probably is an upgrade on Kepa based on Kepa's performances from last season. But yeah, whether Edouard Mendy runs straight into this Chelsea lineup ahead of Kepa of course remains to be seen. I think he won't be able to play against Brighton, Liverpool or West Brom, because I think he has to self-isolate for a few weeks. Correct me if I'm wrong in that in the comment section below, but that's just what I've been told. So yeah, maybe Kepa will get the first few games of the season to prove himself, and maybe the competition will be very good for him, because of course he's £72 million, and I don't think this Chelsea board, I mean, Petr Cech has already come out and said that they don't want to give up on Kepa just yet, purely because of the price tag, and he does have a potential. I think there's a very good goalkeeper in there, and I think the fresh start to this season could do Kepa the world of good, especially with the competition that Mendy will bring in terms of the fact that he's a lot bigger in terms of stature. And yeah, it's a very interesting, and overall, as I said in this video before, I think it's a very shrewd piece of business from Frank Lampard and of course Marina Granovskaya and Roman Abramovich. And he's another player once again that has been convinced by the Frank Lampard project, of course, like the likes of Kai Havertz, Werner, Chilwell, Thiago Silva. I could go on forever at how many players have been attracted by Frank Lampard. And yeah, since this rumour has come out and since Mendy found out he could potentially be a Chelsea player, he's been pretty much angling for this move to happen, and that's an important factor in my opinion for a player that wants to play for Chelsea Football Club. He seemed desperate to play for us, which is always a good sign, of course. And yeah, welcome to Chelsea, Edouard Mendy. Hopefully he has a long future at Chelsea Football Club, maybe not as a #1, but maybe as a #2 next season and going forward, but we'll wait and see whether he can prove himself to be the #1 for Chelsea in the near future. And yeah, of course, as I said in this video, the 8th summer signing for the senior team, of course, and I think we have one more potentially. I think Declan Rice will be the last one in the door, which of course will conclude an absolutely phenomenal transfer window from Chelsea. I mean, the last time I can remember a transfer window like this was 2014-15 when we signed Diego Costa, Felipe Luis, Cesc Fabregas, got Courtois back on loan from Atletico. A very exciting campaign for Chelsea fans like myself ahead, and I think that's where we're going to end this video. So if you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like on the video down below. It'd be very much appreciated as always. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're looking to hit 500 subscribers as soon as we possibly can. It'd be very much appreciated. appreciate it if we could get that as soon as possible. And yeah, the Premier League, of course, is back underway as of now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.